Hello and welcome back to Boring Dead Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Esoteric Ebb. Now, we're in the house of this dude, this dwarf who was arranging the protest that we kind of managed to stop happening, for want of a more technical term. But yeah, I wasn't quite expecting, because we've been looking for this copper press, kind of. It's certainly in our questing tree. Get exactly. It's pretty... It's here, isn't it? The copper press fever. The name of the secret editor. So that seems like that's going to be stuff we do here. So let's get into it. Let's start by talking to Simi here, shall we?
Mr. City Man, you see a throng of dwarves shuffling around inside the tiny apartment. The smell of confined sweat reminds you of that summer you spent as a farmhand on the plantation. Ugh, terrible memories. Welcome to the Asgalian Sanctuary on Tolstead. For a short, Ast. Hell's bells, it's like they're stacked on top of one another.
How can they even breathe in here? This, what a wonderful sanctuary you've built here.
It's central, and it's small.
He draws in air through his teeth and looks around.
But we use what we've got to full efficiency. But now the question is, what can you do for the Asgalian Workers' Party?
Alright, I didn't think of that.
Well then, let's see.
The dwarf sucks in a deep breath through his teeth. Then he glances to his men before nodding slowly.
Well, we dinna really need anything right now.
What? Oh, good. Then I've got some questions.
Questions can be answered. No, we're very busy here, but I'll grant you some of our time.
Whose apartment is this?
Simi was kind enough to lend us the use of his home until the election. Thank you, Simi.
You hear the small voice in the back.
No problem, Mr. Foreman.
You know the tea shop that blew up? Tell me what you know.
What I know? I know damn well how happy I am that none of my boys were inside at the time. Especially happy that none of the youths got hurt either. I spent a lot of time there from what I understand.
The youths?
The Asgard youth. It's the youngling corps. They mostly deal with teenagers and get them into the Asgard's groove, as they say.
This dwarf does not keep up with modern vernacular. Did you know the owners?
Birdman? I never spoke much with him. Something about him never struck quite right with me, and not because of the voice thing, it just it seems like he was happy about hosting the youth's meetings and letting us have official drinking nights with local workers, but he seemed to me an opportunist, if anything. Something about the way he acted. I'm not sure what. Just a gut feeling, you can. Man of intuition and little else.
Where were you and your men on the day of the explosion?
Busy, as always. No, I can't keep track of every lad in here but me myself. I was in the palace at the time, applying for 5 or so PPGs alongside another foreman. I heard the boom though. Most of the city probably did, right at noon. No one really seemed to care that much, even with the ball of smoke rising from Torstad. I rushed over, of course. The fact that no one died was a miracle, and I'm not one to assign to divine intervention for nothing.
What are your thoughts on the explosion?
Free striders. For sure one of their ploys or plans or schemes that blow up in their faces. Maybe one of their hired hags or an elemental mercenary gone rogue. I just know it. They're involved in this. And probably that owner, Mr. Drummer fellow as well.
Well, I guess that's all about the tea shop for now.
Good.
We found a dead elf in the tea shop. His face stiffens.
Oh, he's shocked. An elf, you say?
Stare at him. He does not meet your gaze. Stay silent until he breaks.
The elf, was she...
In the fire, yeah. He knows it was a female.
But why didn't they...
It didn't look properly, you know how it is.
That is, unfortunate.
You see Medusa glance over to you, listening in on the convo with a deep frown.
Pinja Athena was a friend of the moment. I suspected she'd be involved in this somehow. But...
The dwarf closes his eyes. He knows who it was, then. Suddenly, he looks very much his age.
I hope she'd simply left the city.
Who was she?
Ilm elf. Strange mix-up, I agree. But she was kind.
He looks away as he says it. Who did she work for?
Herself, from what I understand. Understood. Officially, she was connected with the Ilm Embassy or whatever they call it.
The Outreach?
Aye, that's the one.
So was she secretly an Asgalist?
I wouldn't go so far. But she helped. Wherever she was, she shared information that was always helpful.
Information?
Aye, she'd tell me things whenever I saw her. Deceptive messages sometimes, leveraged to use in labour disputes. Business in the palace, pollen numbers before they're published. A position that had yet to strike. I'm sure we would have gotten ahead on that PPG issue had she still been around.
His eyes grow dark.
Thinking about it, she helped immensely over these last few years. Countless times, so I didn't care what she identified as. In my eyes, she was an Asgirl through and through.
Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. So she was a really bad information broker. He chuckles heartily.
Aye, good name for it.
Was she connected with the Free Striders?
I'm sure she was, somehow. Otherwise she wouldn't know half the stuff she'd sent over.
What about the city? Did she know people in the palace? He nods.
I didn't have the details, but I am sure.
Did she have any enemies?
Lots, I imagine. I warned her many times that granting us so much information could land her in danger. She didn't care.
Sounds like she was just the best kind of person, huh?
She was alright,
he mutters as his expression falls. What about the Illim? What does she think about them?
You know, I asked her once. Now, she didn't exactly give me a straight answer, but something in my gut told me. She was trapped. That's what she looked like a trapped animal. I suppose that's why I hope she just upped and left when we didn't hear from her. She deserved to be free, poor gal. To be struck down in a damn tea shop. It's foul, really.
Do you know anything about a necklace of fireballs?
What? Dwarf, we don't know much about this, you imagine? You mean the magic item?
The dwarf really can't lie, huh? Yeah, did Pinja ever mention it? He shakes his head slowly.
I didn't think so. Those are dangerous, ain't they? It's the one that started the Coast War.
He stares at you for a moment.
His granite block of a brain is working it out slowly. Hold on, did the tea shop blow up because of one of those damn things?
Possibly, I'm looking into it.
Well do. I didn't want that kind of filth in Norvik. If there are those kinds of weapons lying about out there, I want it taken care of. We didn't want another coast war started over another damn evil fool with a bomb.
Well, I think that's all I need to know for now.
Fair enough, Mr. City Man. Fair enough.
Let's know more about you, Alphaz.
You do you?
Where are you from, Dwarf?
My life story, eh? I was born in the Billing, a city within the Twin Mountains of Eastern Viz-Ka. Used to be a foul place, cleaned up in later years. It's the only VK settlement that's connected with the River Dorna, so growing up I often spoke with Norvikian sailors. I was always fascinated by the world outside, especially since, as exiles, my people were in many ways viewed as outsiders among the underfolk. To not even be allowed to dig in your own mountains, what kind of life is that?
What's this Ban Embers thing? I don't even know what that is.
My family? I'm a distant cousin with the ruler of Vizcar Riekdom, something I'm not proud of. A name is just a name, but annoyingly it has helped me over the years. I wish to distance myself as much as possible these days.
How'd you become an Asgal?
A chance, mostly. I immigrated with some family members. I was still young in my eyes. But coming to Norvik, suddenly being in your 30s meant that you were old. I liked it. I used my education as a Ban Invers to join dwarf human activist groups around the city, helping any way I could in various guilds. Sometimes as a labourer, sometimes as a consultant. That's how I got in contact with the Asgalis party in its early days. I was not a founding member, but I was an assistant. Holding the title of third secretary of the Asgalis party was my crowning achievement for a long time. Now, some 20 years later, I'm a foreman. That means I report directly to the party council, while still keeping my boots on the ground. And that's the way I like it.
Do you think dwarves belong here on the surface?
That's an incendiary question. Dwarves belong where there is good, honest labour. That is, in my view, all along the coast, as well as below it. There are dwarves building oppressive empires under several bans. There are dwarves who build ships and journey dangerously close to Jor's Point. There are dwarves who live in settlements not unlike those of the Fornip halflings. Just like you humans, just like any folk along the coast, who are as adaptable as they come. A pillar of Asgal belief is to nae view people as cogs in a machine, but rather like slabs of sandstone, each shaped uniquely by lifetimes of toil.
Alright, what do you think about humans?
like tall, skinny dwarves.
Oh, look down at yourself. He stares at you for a moment sternly before bursting into laughter.
We're all different, Mr. City Man. Oh, but trust me when I say that all creatures you meet around this strange coast of ours will always be more similar than we are different. Dwarf and human, man and woman, devil or angel, all bound by laws of nature, these rigid norms, and also, of course, a bunch of strange esoteric mechanisms. Yet a few words exchanged and you'll find us with the same terrible flaws, and wonderful minds. So like humans, the same like dwarves, didn't you worry?
Which party do you think will win the election?
Party in Norvik. The Nationalists are in the clear lead, and will be until election day.
Really, so you don't believe in an Asgul victory?
He laughs. An Asgul victory we've already had, Mr. City Man. The Workers' Party will get upwards of a fifth of the popular vote. 20%. Free Star is a bit over 20, and the Nationalists about a quarter, maybe 30% if they're lucky. Our current goal is to use these last few days to surpass the Free Starriders, to limit their oppression of the working class. The Nationalists will win the majority. This time.
Sadly, that is true, but next time I might win and rise to my position as God King.
Oh, that sounds like Arcanist bullshit. You best be careful spouting that around us Greens. Just a nair, we didn't take kindly to dictators.
I see, thank you for being transparent. The dwarf grunts, but does not push it further. Well, that's all I wanted to know.
Okay, Mr. City Man.
I'm not going to threaten to shut down the operation for now. Let's continue to have a little look around here. Now, what's this thing? Glorious and powerful symbol of a Vizcar champion. Can I trifle with it? Okay, so I think I'm pickpocketing it. It's quite tough. Okay, tell you what, let's oh, that's not what I want. Let's put on our forget what it is. Incidentally, I've got this ring as well. +1 con and slowly regenerates HP over time. I should equip that really, shouldn't I? Maybe instead of, I mean, my charisma is godly at the moment, so I could probably stand to lose a bit. I like my things. I wish I could have more things. But I also want to put on my thieving thing, which is... It's going to rearrange stuff in my inventory. What was my thieve? Oh, it was this, wasn't it? Lowers the DC of trifling checks by your proficiency. So let's stick that on for sure. Put that there. I would quite like to have this. I guess I'll put it in for that. I don't need the charisma. What does this do to it now? DC... Okay. DC 18 still. It's DC 16. Oh, still failed.
Oi! What you doing?
Switch into a stretching motion. Oh, nothing. Just some isometric exercise.
Better stop it, you'll get hurt like that. We keep a bunch of valuables back there like our prized belt of dwarven kind.
Oh, I see. Well, tell me more about it.
That's a symbol of dwarven friendship. A belt given to friends of Asgalian dwarves forged by the artificers of the old empire. Expensive as all hell, so didn't go touching it.
Right. Wipe the sweat off your brow, but instead just end up wiping the front of your helm, then leave. Now, does that change... can't do it. Oh well. I'm probably not going to try and pickpocket too much. My dexterity isn't great, so I'm going to pop my watch back in there for that. But I'm going to keep the ring equipped. Well, we could... have a little look at this. Copper press, the most important invention of the arcane era. Let's have a look at it. The machine hums in the corner.
The copper press, a wonder of the late arcane era.
Look over the machinery. Oh, it's humming along.
To keep it running, since it's usually a hassle to get the Majo engine going. This girl's exchanging some parts, probably tinkering with the auto press plates. It's time consuming to set a copper press up for a print, but once it's going, it can go forever, or until it runs out of ink.
How does this thing work, like actually?
A series of thin copper plates or wafers are magically configured to align with the alignment pages. The process takes time. Stacking the wafers in the right order and making sure the pages are lined up properly can take many test prints.
Can I sabotage the machine?
Well, there's potential here. If you disrupt the calibration bad enough, you'd fuck their entire production pipeline. But it'd be really dangerous. These dwarves could mess you up if they spot you.
Yeah, let's not right now. Let's talk with What's-Her-Face instead.
Huh?
Mordissa. The human woman frantically checks the pipes and rolling cogs on the thick copper press.
She just gives you a quick glance, but she seems to recognise you.
Oh, Mr. Cleric. You looking for more Asgulls to execute? That was a bit of an overreaction. Maybe. Possibly. Potentially. Conceivably. But honestly, you did get us the papers back. I'm not sure you meant to do it, but... it was part of my master plan, yes. Sure. But we got the delivery done in almost good time. So I suppose I should be thankful somewhat. But I'm busy here. Very busy. Can you be quick? Whatever it is you're here for. And why do you have this quiet HWBT guy with you? He weirds me out.
Look, I'm just an observer or a cleric handler, I guess.
She lets out a short laugh. Okay, I get it. Cleric handler, that's good. Snell shrugs. The Orange Ledger. What's that again? Think about it. Should I give it to Mordissa? You think about it. An idea seeming so obvious. Alas, it does not come to be. Why not? You're unsure. Did you feel a strange sensation, one telling you to go instead to the roller mill? For whatever reason. Your heart apologizes for not allowing you to simply give it to Mordissa instead. It truly does. What is that thing? Point at the machine. Copper press, she answers without looking up. For the chant. Are you allowed to run that in an apartment like this? You a friend or not? Can't a friend ask about the legality of copper presses? She frowns. The city is a bunch of inane and quite frankly oppressive laws about what constitutes a legal printing business. All of it's bullshit meant to keep people from printing stuff the city doesn't like. So it is illegal then? Fuck off. Calling it illegal when those who decide the laws on print media are also affiliated with the biggest political party in the city? Things get morally dubious, but I can promise you we're on the right side of history here. Oh, this girl's got more backbone than half the bureaucrats in the palace, which is very dangerous for both her and those bureaucrats. Cool thing you've got going here. Thanks. She would prefer to be appreciated by rebels, the youth, and cool people, not helmed fascists. Did you set the whole thing up yourself? Why, you don't think I could? Whoa, she's reading too much into that question. You're awfully defensive, you know.
She stops. She's about to say something rude, but stops herself.
Try being a young woman in a movement run by 100-year-old male dwarves. I'm the second forewoman among the youth Asgulls. Let her talk. My mentor, she founded the youth Asgulls from scratch, so I've got a lot to live up to. It helped a bit before taking on the editing role, so I've run with the youth Asgulls since I was a kid. But I didn't expect to take over all the Tolstad stuff. While I'm happy to do it, I'll admit that I'm spread a bit thin, and honestly, it's... She stops and clears her throat. Well, until the election, we give it all giving it 200%. Now, do you have any other questions, or can I get back to work? Yeah, who writes the articles? We've got a circle, anonymous journalists, and no, I'm not giving you names. Why anonymous? She clicks her tongue and mumbles out a poem. Only bad folk live to see their likeness set in stone. And also, the Asgul movement's close to being branded as a heretical disease, so we're keeping low profile. She sighs. I do write a bit myself, mostly to fill out the pages. Sounds fun. Sure. What do you write? Page ops, mostly. Opinion pieces from you. She groans and taps the machine. I write about current events, guild conflicts, strikes, corrupt officials, illegal spellcasting by clerics. Her eyes land on you for a few seconds. Anything other newspapers won't touch, basically. What kind of writing are you inspired by? She laughs. I highly doubt you'd know any author I enjoy.
Tough words coming from someone who probably only reads modern trash.
Try me. She hits you with a grin. I enjoy Lady Syme Kufrin. Her poem series should be mandatory reading for every young girl in Norvik, if it were up to me.
You'll be stuck here all day.
Vittel Arberg is my favourite modern Asgul author. It's fiction, but it's like so much more than that. I also love Vanessa D. Crawdad. She really has this, ethereal nature to her. Don't you agree?
The last one's fake.
You made that last one up. She laughs. You got me. Just wanted to make sure you were awake. All right, any more? Oh, and politically, I'm really into the early work of Helga Hemlin as well. It's genuinely inspiring to read her collection of early texts, back when the Norvikian suffragette movement was just getting started.
Bad memories.
Did you know she went from peasant widow into the headliner of the biggest ever city protest in like the span of 4 months? Yeah, Mum worked a lot back then. She's probably the most... The girl stops talking and gives you a confounded look. I mean, she works a lot these days, too. Her eyes widen. Your mum is Helga Hemlin? Yeah, so what?
What are you yelling about?
Mordissa looks over to the dwarf. The cleric just claimed that his mum is Helga Hemlin.
The human suffragette?
Yeah. The other dwarfs start to mumble.
Wait, you're not kidding, cleric?
It's just my mum. Holy shit! The goblin turns away and mutters, that explains so much. That's crazy, like, what the hells? Yeah, crazy. Anyway, I have some other questions. I've got some questions. I guess I could answer some questions. Okay, well, I barely know where to start. She knows exactly where to start. Like, how is she as a person? Is she working on anything new? What's up with the Pro City Forward in her latest collection? How much does she actually believe in Asgalian analysis? What's she voting in the election? Your companion appears equally invested in the conversation. As a person? Well, she complains a lot, mostly about me moving out. You live with your mum? Huh. It's not weird. Most people in Norvik live in multi-generational housing. Well, maybe in the countryside. But I always imagined that she was like this self-made woman that really cared about people, you know? Sure. Sounds like Mum. Wait, can I meet her? I'd love to do an interview after the election, of course. I'm not... It's settled. Once all this is settled, I'll make sure to look her up with your recommendation. Now, about that other stuff. I remember something about her writing a novel. She doesn't talk much about her work with me. Oh, that's cool. I was hoping for another collection, I guess. She doesn't talk to me a lot at all. Oh, well, she must be busy. Asgalian analysis? Yeah, you know, historical materialism. That the true power behind the course of history on the coast is the struggle between social classes over control of the means of production? So, like, peasants versus kings? Sure, something like that. I think she's voting for the party of Norvik. What? Why, you must be mistaken. I saw her voting card the other day. It had the PON crossed in. No way. She's literally worked against the old guard of the Nationalists for her entire career, very publicly. Why would she? She has a lot of friends in the current government. How do you think I landed the gig as a cleric? That's shocking. Huh. Still not quite sure I believe you, even. Okay, well, no more questions about my mum. Fine. Well, now since you've entertained me, I guess I can answer some more questions if you have anything. Sure. Tell me about your relation to the tea shop. Love that place. Not because it was good, but lots of memories there. You spent a lot of time there. Oh yes, we held Youth Asgal meetings there once a week. Really sad to see it gone. I don't know what kind of trouble he ended up in, but I never expected Mr. Drummer to get into explosive trouble. Anything else? Really? He just served tea and made that clacking sound. Alphonse might know more. The dwarf glances over at you with a frown. Lean in and whisper, what about an elf? Her eyes go wide. She? We talked to her once or twice. Nice gal. She shuts her mouth and points to Alphonse. Talk to him. Yeah, we've already talked to him about that, so that's fine. Well, she's up. We know, obviously, what she's going to vote in the election. Anything I can do for you? She looks you up and down. You really want to help? It was not too annoying, sure. Okay, then. I do have a quest for you, if you're up for it. Stare at her and breathe loudly. It's more of a task, really, like a fetch quest. If it's got a quest in the title, I'm up for it. Look, I've got a massive final printout before Election Day. It's going to be our best edition yet. I've already written an article that shows my vision for a radical and egalitarian revolution of Norvik. It'll be distributed all over the city, countryside included. But we're tight on ink. They must need a special type of ink to print with copper sheets. What type of printing ink do you need? Coldridge. It's produced in reeds and shipped around the coast. I usually get them off a vendor. I know, but they're indisposed at the moment. Election staff, you know. Clearly a not-so-legal vendor. From what I understand, the entire shipment of Quillwell cartridges is just stuck in the guild warehouse. Since I only need a single set of cartridges to finish off the election edition, I could just walk in there and snatch it. I've even paid for it already. But the Ascani Reeds Trade Company controls it and they will not let me inside. Not in 100 eras. I'll get it for you if I can. But if you want to help the cause, that's one way to do it. It'll actually allow us to reach the entire city on election day instead of just like 60% of it. I'll try getting access to the warehouse then. Good luck. It's down a water lane right next to the Ascani Reeds Trading Company. Should be hard to miss. Oh, that's what the griffins asleep in front of, I think. Well, I guess that's all for now. It's getting towards late afternoon, so I would quite like to get going fairly soon. Bathroom. What about this fella?
Timmy and the boys.
We can try again.
Meep. Hey.
You and me should be friends.
Okay.
Oh, that was easy. If only everyone was this agreeable.
Now push it. He can serve you well.
Give him a fist bump. He slowly joins your fist with his own. The deal is sealed. You are now mine.
Okay.
I have some other questions, friend. He looks around, then he nods.
You've outsmarted him.
You sure fit a lot of dwarves into this tiny apartment.
Hey, it's a lot. It should only be 5 or so. How many are here now? 1, 2, 3.
He looks around and taps his fingers to count.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, maybe a few too many right now, but it's just until the election, so it's fine.
Thanks for your sacrifice to the cause.
Okay. I mean, aye, anytime.
He appears uncomfortable with the current arrangements. Alphonse probably convinced him. What do you know about the tea shop?
Yeah, nothing really.
He grunts and gestures towards Alphonse.
As the foreman.
Hey, Alphonse, Simi says you know something incriminating about the tea shop.
No! I did not, foreman.
Yeah, he did. Simi's a snitch.
What are you yelling about? Stop messing about.
Exactly, Simi. Stop messing around.
Aye, okay.
He nods. Well, that's all for now, citizen. Terrorize Simi. Cool. Okay, now what did that do for my quest on the old copper print thing down here? Okay, so so there's still got to get the ink. Now the warehouse was closed last time I was in the water lanes, so that's a good thing to go and check out. This is just closed, isn't it? Sounds yeah, docks is where we want to go. We could probably just... It opens at sundown. Okay, well, we'll get our Bible soon. In the meantime, we can go here. Been in here. Oh, that's the Lady Orc. Okay. 3 cities, democracy, prosperity... Spices and extracted juices of the most exotic varieties. Oh, there's a sword there. Incredible sword hangs upon the wall. That's a tough check. Okay, it's kind of a nice item, though. Don't fancy our chances of managing that, even with my thing that lowers the DC. The rug is a fake frock fram. Very glib. Framed article titled Octavio Durelius, Hero of Water Lane. It's just the front door, I guess, isn't it? Okay. Oh, there's a little globe thing over here. You approach the half sphere.
It accurately depicts the best calculated distances we've got.
Spin it round. You do so, revealing the other 4 bands, those furthest away from your home band.
You've never actually seen these bands, so who knows what they're like.
Kargamesh has awesome tea. I'm not really that interested in any of this, so let's just leave it. Okay, so let's talk with what's-her-face. Can I... Strength behold. I guess I just didn't try this before unless I rolled really badly. No, that's not bad. So yeah, Agent Vyra, level 4 fighter, a traveller. She's not settled here. Her belief is weak. She does not use it. Her religion is power. Is she evil? No. Perhaps an arbitrary arm of an institution, but no malevolent. Alright, let's talk to her. Mm-hmm. The orc stands among fancy furniture. A crackling fireplace lights up her face as you approach. Welcome to the Ascani Reach Trading Company, cleric.
It's the orc lady again. Beware her manipulation.
Yes, and also tell her she looks lovely. We did flirt with her before. You look lovely. You look lovely. You look lovely to meet you again? That doesn't mean anything. You look lovely, and I'm pleased to meet you again, Agent Vyra. Oh. She blinks thrice and then just nods, ignoring your flub. Unless that... Oh, maybe that was intentional. You look lovely to meet you again, Agent Vyra. Yeah, of course. Same to you. Oh, damn it. She walks over to the desk, grabbing a piece of paper.
The warehouse below here probably holds a lot of useful stuff. This wonderful freestride lady's the one who decides who comes and goes, so talk her into letting you enter her warehouse.
Well done handling those dwarves. I did it for you. Oh, well, that's nice of you. She cringes, oh so badly. Now, things are a bit busy here. We're currently deep in paperwork with a new partner. But I can always make time for a friend of the Freestrider cause. Listen, about the tea shop owner. Now, one greasy bird, but he's good at his job. What about him? What do you know about him? Well, he's a yobu, speaks through those mimicry voices. We worked with him in the past. There was some kind of conflict with the ownership of his property at some point, with the HWBT. It was resolved. Do you know where I can find him? No clue. Alright. We'll go through everything and then we'll get to the guild access thing. Ooh, do I want to tell her about the printing press? I don't know that I do. Let's go to news about the tea shop. She sighs and grabs an envelope on the table. Darrow put a stop to any official investigation. He even had his guardian angel place an arcane lock on the entryway. You mean Etia? Yeah, his celestial pit. I like you more than her. That's, She clears her throat and moves on. I've had the displeasure to deal with her a few times here on Tolstead, ever since she was handed the reins of Coin Lord Lapdog. She seems to enjoy mocking us lesser creatures, coming off almost petty. Strange behaviour for such a transcendent creature, she just suppose. Now, she opens the envelope and reads for you. Bystanders suffered minor injuries. No real casualties found after a quick search of the premises. The flames were put down within the hour. All witnesses indicate the flames appeared alongside a loud explosion. A few unnamed people also mentioned the flames were blue for a short moment. All the flames, sir? The rest goes along with that info. Good to have it corroborated. Where did you hear all this? She smiles. We got our sources too, my friend. Blue flames. You're not the first to mention that. Indeed. Clearly it indicates some type of magical origin. Sorry, I mean esoteric. Esoteric origin. She winks. Esoterical. Give her a thumbs up. She nods. And you didn't have any of these witnesses recorded? None, I'm afraid. We heard the halfways had one direct witness who identified himself, a frank fellow. We found nothing more on that thread. The goblin mutters something to himself. How quick was the search afterwards? She smirks. Apparently only 10 minutes. It's too short for a proper investigation. What's more interesting is that the official report doesn't mention any lead investigator, apart from Darrow himself and the militia org. So my guess is they just didn't do anything after the militia put out all the flames and secured the structure. That's insane. They can't just do nothing. Clearly they can. Alright, well thanks for the info. Anything else? I don't care about the Free Striders. What's with that... Oh, I didn't even notice that. What's with that thing in the fireplace? Tinnitiful, hired smoke method. I'm not a thing. I don't mind him, he's harmless. I don't know exactly how we came over the contract, but I believe it was a Cargameshian fellow who handed it over. Smoke method. Keeps track of unwanted visitors. So don't touch anything, cleric, unless you like getting seared. Oh, like that sword. Tell me about the griffin on the roof. Griffin on the roof? The orc laughs at your words. It really sounds like a magazine tale. I swear I've read it at some point. I'm serious, there's a griffin upstairs. Yeah, I thought it sounded funny is all. Technically, the griffin's not allowed to use our building as a nest. However, by sheer happenstance, it's become one of the many unwritten and unofficial exceptions around here. I simply learned to make do as one does. Who owns it? One of our temporary guests. High-ranking member of the Free Striders, come to visit for the election. One of those types. And he just sleeps here all day. Now for now. I've heard he'll be heading out after the election. Can't wait. Is it annoying to deal with? Yeah. Oh, the real answer to that involved describing griffin droppings, and I'd prefer to keep away from that. Can I fly on it? I recommend not, entirely for the sake of your own health. Unless you've got somewhere to fly off to. Ah, damn it, I don't. If I did, I'd totally try it. Somehow I can imagine. Alright, move on. Vira's not happy about the situation. Oh, I didn't even see a spell scroll. Hey, can I have that spell scroll over there? Oh, that? That's just a little something left behind by my superior during his latest visit. Don't touch it, please. But can I have it? Can I ask again? See if we can annoy her into giving it to us. It doesn't change the dialogue. I want to know more about you. Oh, my favourite topic. What should I ask her? About her power so you can manipulate her. It's awfully empty here. Do you have any colleagues? Certainly. I'm only second in command here on Tolstad. First is Agent Aurelius. He's currently off securing votes in the Tolstad guilds, leaving me alone here to helm the ship. Her expression changes, hardens. Just who is this Aurelius? Octavio Pompus Aurelius, my wonderful superior. She likes this guy? Oh, long name. You need to compete with this guy, clearly. Just one colleague. No. Him and a horde of interns. Oh, it's simply a smart move to gather a bunch of impressionable youngsters and tell them they're getting job experience by performing labour for you. If you're lucky and they don't suck too much, you literally get free infinite labour. Well, not a horde per se, more like 3 to 4 people in rotation. He likes them young and stupid. You like this fellow, don't you? Feel your heart breaking as you ask the question. She throws her entire head back in a fit of laughter. Oh, gods, you truly are a marvel, cleric. She mimics wiping a tear from her eyes. So you don't actually like him? Oh, you're not? No, cleric. She gives you a light laugh. He's a bit of a dick. The type to talk in circles around whatever buzzwords he's been taught to use instead of practical language. The type who, in an attempt to sound professional, ends up turning into an archdevil of the deepest hell. You can spend an hour in a meeting with him and go mad as he walks around facts and direct solutions in favour of whatever makes him look more superficially intelligent. She sighs. But if things go well, after the election he might be up for promotion and to leave me as first in command. Sounds like Tolstad would be better with you in charge. Oh, thank you, cleric. How kind of you to say. The orc gives you a wry smile. I agree. Confident girl. What does securing votes mean in this context? Can't say industry secrets, you know. She winks. She winks a lot, this one. Alright. Are you excited for our date? Her eyes widen. Oh! Of course. It'll be fun. After the election, right? Right. And what do you want to do on the date? I'll leave that up to you, cleric. What is a date? What is... Hold on. Do you not even know what a date is? Of course I do. I'm just checking if you know. She blinks a few times. Right. A date is a social meeting between 2 people with romantic interest. Okay? Sounds lovely. She pushes a strand of hair behind her ear and gives you another smile. Good. Well, that's enough about our date for now. Great. I mean, good. What else? Did I mention how I really appreciate your appearance? Attempt to flirt. Huh? Yeah. We're having very wonderful weather today, I agree. Although it is quite difficult to see it down here on Water Lane because of the ceiling. Wow, smooth. She's avoiding the subject by pretending not to hear what you said.
Tell her. Tell her what you think, what you believe.
Well, I've got advantage on this check, and I should be able to do it. I've got +7 modifier.
Do it.
Oh my god. Seriously? Double 1? You've got this. The perfect line is at the tip of your tongue? Oh, not yet. Got to swoon her first. What? What? Oh shit, she's looking at you. Quick, stall. What about that perfect line? You've got nothing, kid. Now say something. The orc gives you a polite smile. Starts shaking. Cleric, do you have any questions or... Don't lose it. Be cool. Blurt out. The date. The date. The orc crosses her arms and lifts her chin. This date, could you explain to me exactly what your plans contain? No, I've never been on a date. Oh.
Her mouth sound hurts.
I'd say that. Oh, that's not his voice. Oh, don't say that. That's the exact opposite thing she likes. Well, perhaps we could look into that at a later date. I mean, later time, cleric. If that's okay with you. Just nod pathetically. She puts on a fake smile. So, I do have some work to do if you haven't got any more questions. I can't even retry that. Unless it's in this section. Maybe not. Should we try it again? Because I've got a really high modifier on this. I'm going to spend it. Yeah. Thank you this time. 25, that's more like what I was expecting. Perfect line, the perfect line. Right, you've got this. I do? You do. Just say... Clear your throat, stammer a bit, then speak. I think there's way more to you than most people assume. I want to figure you out. Figure me out, you say? She shakes her head, but can't help but let a grin sneak onto her face. Your resistance is a bit endearing, I'll admit. So, fine. Date with this helmed human does sound like a rather memorable night, doesn't it? Nice job, stud. Glance at Snell and make a tiny fist bump gesture. The goblin closes his eyes. The orc crosses her arms. Well then, now with that settled, one step closer to true victory. I need access to the guild warehouse. Of course, we could have that arranged. It would take some time, of course, security clearance and such, unless, well, suppose it could be sped up if you were to help me out on the matter of dealing with it at the moment. Would you be interested? Yeah? Great. She walks over to a drawer and pulls out several papers. I've got a perfect task for a strong cleric like yourself. She stuffs the yellow documents in your hand. AFAs. AFA? AEFA. An Ascani Economic Free Strider Accord. We've been unable to hand them out previously due to a number of legal reasons that are being stripped away if we land in a good position of the future government. So in preparation, we're opening talks with a number of local entrepreneurs. Having these handed out by an official cleric would make the process a lot more official, however, greatly expediting the process. At least our numbers seem to indicate that folk are much more agreeable to city officials than our own staff. I'm guessing you can assume why. You want me to hand out pamphlets? Oh no. She taps the document in your hand. These are legal documents showing every clause in the local EFA. Very generous terms. That'll greatly assist the local corporations in growth, revenue and stability. We're not all talk, you know. We do actually support local infrastructure and businesses quite heavily. And the first step is getting those businesses to actually join our accord. You want me to hand out contracts? Yeah, mostly for them to take a look at. Once we got 3 Tolstad businesses on paper, we'll have met our pre-election quota. That'll make my bosses very happy. That'd make me very happy. 3 businesses, huh? Yeah, of course, if you want to deliver them to more, just go ahead. Businesses need to be established, not necessarily registered. If you're not sure, you can just hand them out anyway. Off the top of my head, I can recommend visiting Viscon's Lich House and the Drunk Sphinx, of course. But I'm sure you can find out more. She winks. Come back once you handed them out. I'll be sure to return the favour. Okay. I guess I'll leave. I didn't even see that spell scroll. Oh, I see it now. A spell scroll with a note on it for emergencies. It's only a DC 10 check. Protection from good and evil. Okay, tell you what. I'm going to switch in my this. And we're going to give that a go. DC 10? It's going to be DC 8 because of my thing I've got. Yeah! Memorize protection from good and evil and etc. Sweet. Next time I get to a thingy, we'll memorize that. So this thing, I didn't even see. The guy, he keeps shuffling about. Can we talk to him? You look into the flames of the fireplace. A hissing voice calls out to you.
Didn't your mother ever tell you? It's Brutus there.
Oh shit, look closer. Squat down and look closer. A figure lies upon the lit timber, like a puff of smoke materialised into a solid chunk.
It's a method, a primal spirit. This one appears to be made out of smoke and heat.
Keep staring. The creature lets out a groan and rolls around on the fireplace.
I'm Tineful. Terrible to meet you.
Lovely to meet you as well, I am.
Don't care.
It interrupts you. It looks back and forth between you and Snell.
I'm in charge here, so don't do anything nasty or I'll put you to the Tusk Lady.
Tusk Lady. Amazing. Your goblin companion squints into the fire, then he whispers to you. I hate these things. Is there something I can do to get you to look the other way?
Look, I'm bound here, you know. Only higher orders will allow me to look the other way.
I'm taller than you, so it sighs. A puff of smoke wisps into the air.
If you're an elemental or something, that'd change things. But you're not, so...
Danger, fear, pain.
Oh, I don't want to stick my hand in the fire. No. Is there no other way?
I mean, I do have a sweet spot for crowns, too.
Money can warp all laws of reality and esoteric forces.
How big of a sweet spot?
How about 500 crowns? Sure, something like that. I could look other way for that.
What would he need money for? The elemental does not seek value out of your coinage. He most likely enjoys the material itself.
That's a crazy high amount.
What can I say? I like the minerals on those coins of yours.
Okay, I give up.
Figured.
Keep staring. It stares back for a moment, then oh god. And it blows a puff of ashy smoke in your face. What the hell?
Don't stare.
So you like the guardian to this place or something?
Something like that. I'm only obliged to attack you if you actually steal something.
Oh, really? Test the little guy. Steal what? There must be some kind of They must have some kind of secret around here.
This is going to kill me. I'll tell you, I'm going to do a cure wounds before I do this. So I get 7 back. Grab a piece of wood splinter off the ground, like this. The little guy gives you a smoky expression.
No, and don't test me.
Keep pushing. You've got a feeling the method could give something away. Can you give me some examples?
I guess. An example?
It leans back in the flames and mutters in a language you don't understand.
Primordial.
It leans out of the fireplace and gestures towards the mirror in the corner.
For example, if you try to open the safe or something, then I'd have to attack you for real.
Look at the mirror, then back at the method.
Oh shit, I'm not supposed to say that. Can you, forget I said it, or,
He rolls around on the flames, swearing to himself. It snaps its little claw-like fingers and turns back to you while laughing. Fake laughter, obviously.
Ah, you fell for it, you see, I was merely kidding. Of course there's no safe in the wall behind that mirror. That would be ridiculous if I just blurted that out.
Okay. The creature looks around.
Okay.
Alright. So, there's something behind this mirror there. A mirror with something behind it. You approach the mirror, realizing that Vira is watching you quite closely.
Taking a quick glance, you do see there is surely a hidden safe behind this mirror.
Interesting. I'll come back when Vira's not around. Alright, well that leads out to the street. That's going to lead down to the warehouse, isn't it? So I guess we'll just head out to the street now. I feel like it's almost time... well, for sundown, so to get our Bible thing back. Corner, first the River Guild. Okay. Thor. What's this? Good touch. Yeah, we need to get past that Griffin chap. This thing moved. This is a shrine, isn't it? So I can actually use this. You approach the shrine. Let's... best spells. Gonna add the... oh, it's a 2nd level spell. Good. Can I get a description? So you manifest an aura around yourself, granting protection against creatures that are celestials. Interesting. Elementals, fae, fiends, or undead. Protection grants several benefits. Creatures of this type have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. You also can't be possessed by or gain the charmed or frightened conditions from them. You also gain advantage against those creatures. Cool. Alright. Let's add those. What do I want to do? I'm tempted to do a short rest and then just grab my Bible from this guy. I don't know if I can do a short rest here, but we'll give it a go. Should get the exhaustion back, right? There we go. No first level spell slots, that's cool. Right. Nice. Okay, so let's... oh, actually, I want to get my regeneration ring back as well. So let's get our thing back. The hatch on the door swings open. Heyo! A pair of yellow piercing eyes gaze at you from beyond a veil of bushy feathers. Stick an aether into the slot. From the Free Striders next door. Hmm? Oh, I see. I've heard of this. It will be considered. Anything else?
Another one delivered? Hells yeah.
I'm here to pick up my book. Yes, it is done now. Now you pay. How much do I owe you? Process was quite complicated, but I handled it like the pro I am. Final cost is 250. I don't have that. Oh dear. Oh boy, that's a fair amount for you. Hey now.
You could purchase a basic spell book for 50. However, this bird is as proficient as he believes himself to be. It could be worth the cost.
We're going to make him lower the cost through pure charm, I think. Effortless. Still just beat it. You've got to comb his feathers, you know. Just say, make it 100 and I'll owe you big time. Wouldn't it be nice to have a cleric in your debt? True. Okay, pay 100, then get your book. Nice, that's a big discount. Okay, I can't remember exactly how much I got, and I can't check my inventory, but it looks like I've got 100. You toss in all 100 crowns from your pouch of holding, and out of the slot in the door, you see the end of a paper-wrapped book. Phoenix Folio. Take it? Take it.
You open the wrap, discovering one of the most beautiful and intricately crafted tomes you have ever seen. The inside is filled with arcane runes, the like of which you can use in your work. A masterpiece of a spellbook. Never let this one fall in the river.
You are happy. I can see it. The yellow eyes tilt to the side as they peer at you from the slot. Now be on your way, and mention my services to your clerical friends. I am the best, you see. That needs to be known. Will do, General. Anything else before you leave? No? Thank you for your time. Okay, cool. Let's check that out then. So, okay, so I still have 43. Okay, it's not a huge amount, but let's have a look at this. So this increases intelligence by 2 and max prepared spells by your proficiency amount. Nice. Cool. So it doesn't give me any new spells, unless I'm misreading something. I don't think so. But that's fine. Yeah, we got that now, and we've probably finished one of these quest things off, maybe. You managed to get your prayer book. Now rebound in a shiny fresh condition. Should help a lot in memorizing. Okay. It's completed. It doesn't give me one of the perk things, though. That's fine. Okay. Sleep. Right, so what do I want to do? I definitely want to go below. I just wonder if there's anything we need to do before then. I think so. I mean, I've got a couple of spell slots. It's not a huge amount, but I could stick on that good and evil thing, maybe the Shield of Faith, to reduce hit. Now, how long does that last? Look at my spell book. So, Shield of Faith, up to 10 minutes. Probably not something to cast right now. Okay, well, maybe we'll head below. Come on, cleric. Actually, I'm trying to think where we want to go. Best route to get there now. Sure, we'll find it. I need to get to that big central pillar thing. Is what I need to get to. Oh, maybe it's on this screen somewhere. Yeah, that might be it. Now, did I already do this? Schnell. Oh, yeah, I don't need to go to Schnell's house. So this one goes to... That's not actually where I want to go, is it? Fast travel map would be quite nice. I guess time doesn't actually pass unless you're, like, in conversation, though, so that's good. Actually, I'll probably just go via Viscon's place now, because that zombie moved, didn't he? This is up here. What's up here? Path up. What's this? Drunk Sphinx. Actually, I do kind of want to head there. It'll be open now, won't it? So let's head in there. Just in case there's anyone interesting to talk to there, right? We got her again. We can give her the good news about getting her rent delayed. Yeah, who's this? Is that the bookbinder guy? Not the bookbinder, the scholar guy. Oh yeah. I guess I flubbed my roll on him. There we go, nat 20, baby. All about him now. Schnur Appledent. Yeah. I want to talk to him? Not sure.
Oh.
You see a tiny man sitting on a tall chair, a glass of something strong clasped in his hands. What was his... I can't remember his voice now. Ah, my dear officer of the law, he slurs with a mischievous glint in his eye. He clumsily nods, almost spilling his drink. Are you enjoying your evening? No. He almost spits out the word. No? Not to say that in a bad way. He leans a bit too far to the left and almost falls off his chair. Anyway, come. Partake in the nectar of the gods, or at least what passes for it in this establishment. So we find ourselves on the precipice of this grand experiment of democracy. He takes a big gulp. What will you vote for, officer?
Oh, don't get him started.
The goblin mutters behind you. I'm apolitical. I don't really deal with this political stuff. He looks at you in silence, and he slams his glass on the table, spilling most of it. Oh god, I'm not reading all that. And so on, he mutters while taking a sip of his half-spilled drink. Oh, this gnome sure can talk. He is very inebriated. Now, since you're the carrier of law in this here city, a good question would be, what is law?
Oh, gods.
Carry such a burden of holding the law, would it not be fair to ask what it is? Think about it. Your answer will matter. Your choice could change the world, good knight of earth. Cleric of the bourgeoisie. What do you think, Snell? He shrugs.
Whatever Lady Sagelip says.
Law is peace, to keep chaos at bay. The gnome nods. In fact, he nods so hard his face hits the table. Is he trying to say something? Oh, no, that's just snoring.
Party's over. Thank the gods.
Alright, leave the gnome in his stupor. We got Simi and the boys here, it looks like. Wait, what's that? What's that over there? An old well. You approach the old well, it's dry. And very, very deep. Look down the well. You see only darkness. Is this a wishing well?
No.
I wish I was the greatest knight in all of Ascani. Nothing happens.
Won't you look at that? That must mean you're already the greatest knight, right?
He's making fun of you. Jump.
Excuse you?
I'm jumping down the well.
You say that as if it's somehow a good idea?
Just jump. Snell grabs you.
No, that's a bad cleric.
He wrestles you back away from the deep, deep hole. Snell, I wanted to jump down.
Not on my watch. If you want to die from rapid fucking dungeon dissension, do it your own fucking time, asshole.
Okay. I guess I won't be jumping down this well right now. Oh, Alphonse, yeah. Did we get him? I guess I flubbed this check. Let me try it again. Flubbed it again. Barely even know who he is. Despite having spoken to him twice. You approach the dwarves as they argue through heavily slurred words.
It Borglet part, press it the pit.
He hits his cup while gesticulating wildly. The white wine spills out over the table. Simi and the boys.
Foreman Alvarez,
Simi tells his boss while glancing up at you.
perhaps it's time.
Listen in. I'm not saying all that. It's in Dwarvish.
Alphas!
Okay, we're going to let that go by.
Alphas!
He points to you. Alphonse turns round.
Oh,
He laughs.
well, what you gonna do, Mr. City Man? Cast mass torsion on us?
No.
Simi's face grows completely pale, along with each of the other male dwarves around the table.
Well,
Alphonse is very, very drunk.
He's got that false confidence glowing through his sweaty forehead. He puffs up his chest and gets up from his seat.
mass torsion's a war crime. Could be suitable here, though.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Mass torsion, 4th level transmutation spell. Infamous as one of the most horrific forms of magic employed during the Coast War. Causes torsion in every testicle within a range of 100 feet. It is outlawed by way of Holswith Ting, 501 AE.
Raise your hand. Well, if you insist. Simi gets up from his chair so fast it falls to the ground.
I think it's time for us to go now, Alphas.
Ah! Waken the foreman and let loose a little. It's not that late.
Step away and let Simi lead him away. Simi steps in and grabs his boss.
Sorry, cleric. I'll get him back to the apartment. I mean, headquarters.
What? Is it time already?
Alfor seems to relax once his brother steadies him by the arm. As they stumble away, you hear him mutter,
I was going to be proud of you, Simmy. Good worker, that's what you are.
"Oh, good handling of that cleric." The rest of the dwarves keep drinking, not really reacting much to their foreman's outburst. Must be a common occurrence. Alright, guess we'll leave. Okay. Can I talk to her now? I mean, I've got good news for you. Ah. You look up at the goblin as she plays. Give her a thumbs up. She doesn't look at you. I've got some questions. She stops playing immediately. Everyone in the tavern looks your way as the goblin girl tells you in a loud and clear tone, "Shut up and sit the fuck down!" Then after a few seconds of awkward silence, she resumes the song. Alright, fine. I won't tell you your good news then. So you like them apples. So what's this exit? Up to Tolstad. I guess I kind of do want to do that, because I'm going to go down via Viscon's place now that the zombie's out of the way. I can't remember how I got down behind it before. But, yeah. Anything else around here? I don't know quite how much of a day-night cycle there is, if there's, like, mass changes. I think there's certainly like a daytime thing, and then there's, like, you know, evening and night where stuff opens or closes, depending. Let's go back down here. I can give Viscon the, I can give him the thing, can't I?
Mm-hmm.
Hand in the Aether. Here's a thing from the Freestriders. Oh. He lifts it slightly, reading the text. An economic accord. How quaint. I have to hand them out to help Agent Vira. I know very well about the free way of business in the East. I have no interest dealing with these methods unless I'm forced to in the event of a governmental shift, which, considering you have been instructed in handing these out, is most likely what is going to happen. Thus, I will indeed most likely sign this in the end. You don't sound too happy about that. Does he ever sound happy? It is the way of things. I much preferred the rule of Earth. The so-called meritocratic capitalistic society of reeds is based on foul bureaucracy, nothing else. I will manage it well, but in principle I will stew in resentment. Yeah, same. Give him a fist bump. He meets your fist in the air. Then he places the paper on his desk, among many other documents. Is that all? Yeah, so I probably still won't do that. Personal question? Do we have personal questions for him? Maybe. What the hell should I ask about?
There's discontent in your stomach.
Nothing there I'm really that interested in finding out about. I want to go down here. Hopefully I can still get through. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, I'm going to check. Wait, so this is the door I came in through before. Where does this come out? Because I've completely forgotten. Oh, okay. Yeah, Goblin Garden. Right, fine. Go back. Right, we're going to head down. Down. Down, deeper and down. Beating the trap already. Okay, so we can't go that way. Well, the mushrooms I didn't look at before. I mean, mushrooms must be tasty. Why do we take some? Oh, okay. I can actually, I've got loads of ways to restore a spell slot, haven't I? That's for HP, which I'm not that fussed about right now, obviously. But where are the... it's these, isn't it? I guess I'll take one. 3 spell slots is probably okay for now. I'll get into... What's up here? Is there anything up here? I came this way before, did I? What's this? Miner dude there. What's this? Something shiny. Who's that? Askel Madsen. Don't know who that is. An archaeologist. This right here is the fourth pillar of the feudal system, a spelunking, delving, digging, roaming, true-blooded adventurer. Though he's seen a lot of shit in his days, Askel still has his glowing eyes set on the next prize, a true reward of a life on the trail. A hoard. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, there's obviously a lot to explore down here, so I think we're going to get into that more next time. We'll, I mean, this is just on this level, over those stairs down by the pillar as well. There's a lot to explore, probably some combat as well for basically the first time in the game for us. We did have a minor scuffle with the duck in the temple, but he kind of backed down when I was a bit pathetic. But yeah, I think there are combat encounters and stuff, I think, as we go below. But yeah, we'll get into that next time. But thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you could hit that like button, that'd be awesome. Do leave a comment as well. Let me know what you think about this game and this series so far. Any thoughts, any feedback, let me know. And a big thank you as always to our channel members as well for supporting Boring Dad Gaming. It continues to be hugely appreciated. And if anyone else is interested in, checking out those memberships and getting earlier access to these videos and other videos in my other series, that'd be awesome. But thanks very much. I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.